what is better, to sell or to rent your one family home in Queens, New York? Okay. There are 5 major considerations. The number one consideration is that there are capital gains tax implications. At a very, very basic level, and again, you should consult with your tax advisor, but at a very basic level, when you sell a one-family home that is your personal residence, right, where you have used it as a personal residence for any 2 of the last 5 years, you are entitled to a capital gains tax exemption in the amount of $500,000, being tax exempt if the house is owned by a couple, or an exemption of $250,000 in capital gains if the house is owned by one individual. This is a substantial exemption that can provide a lot of savings in your tax bill, your capital gains tax bills. So when you have been living in the house any 2 of the last 5 years, you are going to be entitled to this exemption, right? That means that if you, instead of selling your house, you decide to rent it, and you rent it for 3 years and 1 day, you have done away with that exception. You wouldn't qualify for that exemption because you haven't occupied the home as a personal residence for any 2 whole 2 years out of the last 5. So if you do decide to rent it and you rent it for 3 years plus, then you are not entitled to this exemption. So you are losing this tax exemption. And these laws of this exemption can make renting the home not advantageous, meaning can make it not make sense. The amount of profit from the rental, right, may not be equal to the tax bill you are going to have to pay later when you sell it. And if you do decide to rent it and you rent it for longer than 3 years, you will lose it. Therefore, making this rental profit from the rent not being able to compensate for the taxes that you will have to pay when you decide to sell it.